Hey folks, welcome to the weekly live stream. Been off for a little bit, had a lot of stuff going on the last few weeks, but we're back trying to make up for some lost time. As you can see, things are a bit different than they have been in the past. I've had a few little live streams here throughout the week while I was getting things set up. No, I haven't moved, just moved locations in the same house. Where I used to be streaming from is exactly right behind where you guys are on the other side of the wall. So, trying some new things out. If you guys like it, don't like it, please let me know. Leave it in the comments. I read them all, and I'd really like to know what you think as far as the audio goes, the layout, everything. Go ahead and kick this off. Put a little bit of sound in the background there. Just something else to listen to besides my furnace droning on in the background. Welcome to the live stream. As I said, things are a little different. Archiving what's said over here on the side, so you don't have to mess with the stupid YouTube auto-generated text playback, because that thing is super unreliable, especially if I decide to cut up this live stream in the end. Oh man, lots of things going on today, lots of things going on in the world. FAA and all their shenanigans, still kind of up in the ether of unknown. But yeah, so we're a little earlier today. Usually I stream at about 9:45 on Saturdays. Wife and kid are out. They're out, I don't know, out roller skating or something. I don't know. I got the house myself. Figure I'd try to knock this out early. Try to hit some of these people that just can't be up as late to watch my live streams. Over to the chat, Rick Zapata, welcome to the live stream. Dustin Gabble, Dion B, Kearns JW, Chomper, welcome buddy. Night Train, nice to see you here. Slippery FPV, like that name, that's cool. Geo Fairbanks, Pedro Tomei, Pack Cycle FPV, Strapilli UAV. I'm sure I said that wrong, but hey, welcome nonetheless. I'm glad you're here. If you guys want to get my attention, type @TweetFPV. It should fill in. It'll highlight in orange on my screen. Mobile, I don't think it works, so sorry. If you want me to answer a question, you really want to get my attention, hit that $sign at the bottom, dump in a super chat, and I will definitely answer your questions with that. So anyways, a lot of things came in the last week. Kearns JW, you finally got the siren on. Man, that was a disaster. So just so everybody knows, Banggood asked me to do a live review of some products, and one of them was a Sequire soldering iron. They were going to give away 3 to whoever, I randomly picked. Those guys are finally getting their solder irons. That was kind of a pain, but I don't know if I'm going to do that again with Banggood, but I probably will. It's worth it in the end. You guys get some cool stuff. I get to do some cool stuff online. I think it all works out. But anyways, I'm glad you finally got it. I think you are one of the first ones to get it between the other 2. But man, that's ridiculous. A lot of open space, a lot of room for quads. Yeah, I don't want anybody to tell my wife, but I'm kind of outgrowing the space that I already have for quad stuff. So as soon as she figures that out, it's going to be bad. There are a few fixed wing hanging from the ceiling, so I'm not completely not populating this area. And literally behind the screen here, there's a 13-inch X-Class. Well, an X-Class that swings 13-inch props, if that makes sense. Is that how you say it? Whatever. There's an X-Class. So there's plenty of quad stuff where I'm at. iFlyFPV, first time your stream. Enjoyed the RX video I did. Just watched it. Hey man, thanks for watching it. There are some errors in there, which I'm glad I made, because it will give me the ability to kind of build off that content. Content that makes content is good content. But anyways, send it to people. Yeah, it's tough selling quads to people that think they're going to be like a Mavic, I don't know why I keep looking at the chat over here. I'm going to start looking at it over here because that's half the reason I put it on this side. So a few things that I got going on today. So today we're going to give away, I don't know why I say we, it's I. The Royal We? Is that how that works? Shut up, Donnie. You don't know what's going on. I'm going to give away this guy here. The Eachine US 65 Pro. If you haven't entered to win that, you should do that now. If you don't know where to go to enter that, figure it out. Not a lot I can do to help you there. Scavenger hunt, we'll call it that. The people who know, they know. The people who know, don't tell anybody. A few other things. I just got my Radiomaster TX12 in the mail. I've been waiting for this for quite a while. If you don't know, I make custom grips for our FPV radios over there at my Etsy shop. You can go to my website to get to them. There you go. Hit that link, that'll take you to all the things Tweet FPV related. You can get them over my Etsy shop. You can get them at Pyro Drone and Race Day Quads. Good luck finding them at Pyro or Race Day Quads because for some reason they just don't have them listed unless you search for Tweet FPV. Good business strategy, guys. Anywho. Oh man. Wife first, quad second when she's listening. Yeah, that's the true hallmark of somebody who's been married for a while. That and ask for forgiveness, not permission. I hear ya. Drone Man. Hey, tweets, thanks the other night for helping me with my second build ever, and I hit enter too early, apparently. Well, no problem, Drone Man. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. A couple other things came in. I finally got the VTX for this this build over here. This was the end of year budget Banggood F7 build. It was supposed to be the most affordable quad that I could build out of nothing but Banggood parts that is worth flying. All these $99 builds that you see, don't fall for it. They are absolute crap. You'll be up to 200 bucks before you know it. 200 bucks is about the minimum you can get into a decent 5-inch quad. Don't let anybody else lie to you. If they're telling you 99 bucks, they're just looking for clicks and they're looking for affiliate revenue. That's coming straight from me, and I wouldn't steer you wrong. Or I'd try not to anyways. But anyways, this frame here, this is the Steel 7. This is a Banggood knockoff because, I mean, that's what we're doing. It's a imitation Apex. It actually is a pretty decently built frame. There's no major errors on it. It's just cheap. Has a, I don't remember the name of the, Haifeng RC F7, which is one of the most full-featured F7 flight controllers I have dealt with yet. It is amazingly outfitted. I mean, it's got, I think, 7 UARTs, Bluetooth, it's USB-C, it's got status indicating lights for the 3.3, the 5 volt, USB, you name it. It's DJI ready. I mean, what more could you want? Oh, it even has a barometer on, I think. It has I2C pads for if you're gonna do a compass. It's got everything. But finally got the VTX in it. The VTX actually made it into the country beginning or the end of last year, and it got lost in the United States Postal Service for about the last 3 weeks, but finally came here. Looking over at the chat, let's see, Drone Man, oh, he finished the sentence. I had the first 3 flight tones plug in and not the last. Yep, your flight controller wasn't talking to your ESC. I think we determined, oh, you did find the problem. Found the problem, had to burn up the STM main chip, but thanks for helping. Okay, the reason you burned up that chip is you wired the flight controller to the ESC incorrectly. I have done this myself. It's a silly mistake, but when you have to reconfigure the cable going from the thing with the trons to the thing that take the ESC to the flight controller, if you don't get those right, you'll end up putting VBAT through one of the motor pads and you'll end up smoking a little hole in the processor. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that's exactly what happened. Kerns, need to finish up my 7 build today. 7 inches are fun, but I'd be honest, lately I've been flying the 4-inch long range. I don't know why, but this is way more appealing to me than the 7-inch was. I've had a few of them. I fly them a little bit, and there's just a lot going on. This is that like minimalist approach, and I really like this. By the way, this is the Flywoo Explorer V1. I have a V2 coming because the V2 is what this should have been in the beginning. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. What do you guys think I should do with this thing? Should I throw it away? Sell it? Give it away? Oh, you tell me. Tell me what you guys want me to do with it. I know damn well what you guys want me to do with it. I'm not gonna lie. Rob Logan, welcome to the live stream. What's up, Tweet? Watching a movie with my girl. Got a headphone on to listen to as well. Yeah. Yeah, I do that quite often. I make sure I put one earbud in the ear that's facing away from my wife. That way she doesn't know what the hell is going on. And I really hope she doesn't watch these. I don't think she does. Maybe she's that 0.01 female audience I have, according to YouTube. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. What happened to the Patreon scrolling thing? This new stream thing cool, but I like that. Yeah, I plan on doing that. I just haven't had time to. Different computer, so I couldn't bring over my OBS profile from my laptop to my main desktop computer. I'd like to. Let's see, how can I do this? I'll give you guys a good picture of what I got going on here. Give me a second. There we go. So this is kind of what I got going here for this setup now. I was streaming off my laptop, which was fine, worked great. This is just a bit more capable, and I was running out of USB bandwidth on my laptop. I was having cameras drop out. I was having lots of weird issues with USB. If I hooked up too many things, everything would die. So still kind of tuning the layout. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Rob Logan, I like that one because I was almost about to forget that, and I've been taking notes on some of the things to change, or things that I need to change. And if you guys could guess, Rob Logan, one of my regulars here. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Thanks for the suggestion too, or at least a reminder to do it. Yeah, 7-inch pain in the ass tune. I agree for sure. Rob Warlove, hey, love the new stream set. Thanks, man. Putting a lot of effort into this. Really, really liking the way this works. And I tell you what, guys, if you ever want to get into live streaming, get yourself a Sony a5100, a capture card. There's some cheapo ones on Amazon that work really well, and spend money on lights. Lights make the difference. I mean, without these, I bought some pretty expensive lights. This is kind of what my situation was before. Makes the camera look like crap. Good lights make an enormous difference. Current JW, my LR4 V1 had the worst quality control. Was yours fine? As far as quality control, yes, it was fine, but I had the Vista version, so I had the whole issue with the OSD going in and out while flying. I made a video, you guys can look through my channel, on how to fix that issue, because it's not a problem with Betaflight. It is a problem with the way Flywoo did everything. Betaflight was never meant to run such a high-speed thing over MSP. That's the issue. The fact that it worked on prior versions of Betaflight is just completely coincidental. It's not intended to, and it never will. Betaflight has none of the devs have any intention to correct this problem. Flywoo screwed up. They should have put GPS on MSP and put the Vista they should have put the GPS on soft serial and put MSP on a hardware UART. I think I may have said that all a little bit backwards. Flywoo screwed up and put the Vista on soft serial, which uses MSPs. Never intended to work that way. So all you gotta do is swap everything around and you're golden. As far as everything else goes, not a bad build. I really enjoy it. Drone Man FPV with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. I will add you, or your contribution at least, to my goal there. I see down here at the bottom, we've got a little Patreon goal, or not Patreon, but a super chat goal. I've got the Shark Bite system, Bite Frost, Shark Bite Frost, whatever it is. I've got this guy, but I need to get a hold of a camera and a AIO size VTX and do some cool stuff with that. So let's go ahead and update that. Boom. Thank you so much, buddy. All right. Joe Man, yeah, it's just a nice guy. Yeah, man, I'm here to help you out. Not trying to be Bardwell, but you know, he's a wealth of knowledge, but he's become so swamped with people that it's not, it's hard to get any help out of him. And he is there to help, and he's helping a lot of people, but just gotta be patient. If you have questions for him, hit him up. He always answers questions, but I think you typically gotta be a patron. Ethan Allen, welcome to the live stream, buddy. LR4 analog has crappy GPS too. V2 looks much better. Yes, all these tiny GPS units that they're putting on the long range deals, they're not very good. They do work, and you got to know how to kind of work around their deficiencies. But the next size up, the M8N style GPS, which everybody slaps their logo on. TBS, Race Day Quads, you name it. It's all the same GPS. They just slap their label on them, but they're way much better. Yeah, M8N. Thanks, Robert Ortleb, for slapping it down there. Words sound like different words, and it sound like different numbers and letters. Slap that like button like it owes you money. So anyways, got this GPS here. Eric Allen, welcome back, buddy. Hopefully you had a good time flying today. So the GPS, or dang, now we're talking GPSs. I'm all GPSed up. No, the flight words, the VTX. Come on, get out of the box there. Golf Spyderco on it. So the VTX is this little guy. I don't even remember the name of this thing. All the product listings are down there in the video description. But it's a 20 by 20 mount style VTX, and the reason why I went with this is because this frame, like the Apex, has provisions for a 20 by 20 VTX or something of that shape in the bottom of it. It does come with this little dipole, but we're not gonna mess with that too much. Bought this El Cheapo lollipop antenna. Like I said, everything in this build is as budget as it can get before it becomes bad, potentially. Yeah, these little small cases, these things they're awesome. I think the best ones I ever had were the ones that come with the like the old Emax red bottoms. Those cases were perfect. They're a little bit bigger, and just the way the lid closed down into itself, I don't know, weird little things like that I prefer, but use my words? Ooh, you guys don't want my words. I don't know if anybody can understand them. It is a Apex clone nerdcopter. It's called a Steel 5. I wonder why they call it a Steel 5. Who flies an Apex? Yeah, cool. So another thing I'm working on is trying to figure out how to bring like benchtop content out here, since all my tools and everything are in the room over there. Kind of brought the mat out, and then a couple little odds and ends to work on quads out here. Obviously I'm not going to move my whole workbench out here, since this is an uplift desk. It can only kind of handle so much weight. But if you guys have never used an uplift desk, I'm one of those people, I love standing at the desk and being able to sit down, especially since a lot of the work I do, I come to the desk, do a few things for a couple seconds, and I walk off. That whole getting up, getting down, get too old and fat for that. But anyways, has anybody... I've seen a few other reviews of this Radio Master deal, and I mean, the reason I have it is just to have something to model another set of grips off of for you guys. But it's kind of interesting. Watch your ears, balls. Might be loud. There we go. Let's go back over the bench. So the TX12 is very much like the old T12, T8 jumpers. I swear the jumper Radio Master guys, they're just gonna go back and forth designing radios. They include a little bung for the antenna plug up here if you don't ever want to use the internal module. We'll screw this 2.4 guy on here. So far, it seems like a pretty decent radio. It's very small, like you see the size of my hand, kind of covers the whole thing. The gimbals are a little smaller than like a normal size radio, like a X9 Lite or a X9D, QX7, like that, but they feel good. I had a T12 a while back, a T12 Pro, or maybe it was a T8 Pro, and it had Hall effect gimbals, but they were so screwed up. I had to actually pull them apart, find the magnets, re-index the magnets to actually make it work right. A lot of nice little attention to detail. It's a big metal roller here, kind of like the Radiomaster TX16S. Full-size JR bay, folding handle. I think it takes two 18650 electron holders. Charges through USB of the C kind. Some momentary buttons, three positions. Trim switches, which is something that a lot of radios are really missing these days. Well, not a lot, just the Tango 2. And it's got some shoulder sliders. So this is a pretty full-featured radio. It does have a multi-protocol module in it, but it's not the full forward one. It does a lot of the things. I don't think it'll do like I don't think it'll do spectrum. Maybe it will. I'm not sure what it does. I'll throw some of these little green buddies in here. See what it has. Yeah, it is kind of weird. It has the changeable antenna, but its bigger brother does not. Honestly, I don't really like the interchangeable antenna because it gets a lot of people, especially people who don't know what they're doing, it gets them in trouble. Because they'll end up, you know, not having the antenna on. Then it's very easy to burn up the internal RF module if you don't have that antenna on there. The antenna needs to be there to absorb that radiated RF energy. Otherwise, the RF energy goes up to the connector and it doesn't have anywhere to go, and that comes back into the transmitter module, and you do run the risk of burning it up. I really need to put a face cam on here, don't I? Let's see if I can do that real quick. Like I said, work in progress, guys. Bah! And I'll go right about there. Hey. Let's go ahead and fire this guy up. It does run just regular old OpenTX. Doesn't seem like anything's too crazy in there. Let's see, what protocols do we have? We got the C word. I can't say it because I might get demonetized if I do. It's also a name of a beer. FR Sky RX, FR Sky X, FR Sky X2, FR Sky L, High Tech, HOTT, I think that's Gropner, Radiolink, Red Pine. That's nice. If you guys don't know Red Pine, you need to know Red Pine. We'll talk about Red Pine later if you guys want to. SFHSS, I think that's a Fly Sky protocol. Sky Arctic, never heard of them. And that's it. So it's not the normal full multi-protocol module. It is a cut down one. I think the biggest thing that's going to steer people away from this is the fact that it doesn't have spectrum, which is kind of a bummer, but you do have the external module bay. I really would have preferred this to have spectrum. A lot of fixed wing guys out there flying flying Spectrum. Roar, no problem switching cameras, not yet. I had issues on my laptop, and I think it was USB bandwidth related, or it could be this this Elgato 4K cam link deal. I think that thing's kind of unreliable. But I also have a Ripsaw, a Razer Ripsaw, which I was using the last couple streams at my other setup, and that thing was flawless. No issues with it whatsoever. Dauntless, welcome, buddy. What's the DIY one wheel I see in the background? What are you talking about? Yeah, there's a DIY one wheel in the back around. We can talk about that here in a little bit. Dauntless, I'm thinking of a toothpick with 1202.5 on 3S. It's going to be a long flight time, long range build, I guess. Yeah, throw some lithium ion batteries on there. You get some time out of it. Private Island, welcome. SHFSS Spectrum, as far as I know. Oh, if it is, that's... Let's look here. Sorry, I'm interneting over here. I'm not ignoring you guys. I think it's Futaba, actually. Might be Futaba. FHSS is... maybe not. Nah, anyways, some other day. We'll, I gotta look into that a little bit later. Dustin Gabble, it's PFA with or without the time. Not sure what we're talking about. I play Spectrum on two things, so it's Dauntless. Futaba, yeah, that's what I'm getting is, I think it's Futaba. It doesn't do DSMX, that's the abbreviation I was looking for, DSMX. I've never had a Spectrum, I mean I've had things that do Spectrum just because of multi-protocol-ness. Unfortunately, this Night Radiant up here, that thing came with Spectrum receiver with their safe technology. I really would have liked to have used it, but I just, if you're in multi-rotors, you're probably not on Spectrum. It's just the way it is. Dustin Gabble is talking in the chat. Let's see, DX Tasty, it looks nice, yeah. Yeah, I'm really digging. Oh, see, the cam link just died. All right, let's try this. Deactivate. Unplug it. Plug it back in. Activate. Well, at least it's easy to fix. Yeah, this is gonna be the last time I use this Camlink 4K capture card. I'm contemplating contacting Elgato. Because, like, they're the biggest name, or they're one of the biggest names in the whole streaming game. I think I might ask them if I could send it back for a repair or a replacement, something, because I really do want to use it. The Ripsaw just takes up a ton of space. It's a big black box that sits on the desk, but you know, whatever. What's the advantage of Red Pine? Ultra low latency. So as far as like receiver latency goes, you don't notice the improvement when you start going to shorter and shorter latencies. It's when you go back is when you will notice the difference. I was flying my Meteor 65 on Crossfire for about a year-ish, and I wanted to try saving some weight, and I pulled the Crossfire receiver out and I went to D8 on it, and oh my God, it was so hard to fly because I could feel the latency. It was very obvious. So Red Pine is ultra low latency. I think it's down in like the 7 millisecond range. It's faster than Crossfire. And if you have a board with SPI receiver, you have the ability to do Red Pine. And there's a few caveats with Red Pine. There's no telemetry, and there's no 3-position switches. It's either 1,000 or 2,000. There's nothing in between. So you just got to learn to work around that. But the latency is very low, and it's supposed to have better range. In my testing, the range is the same. If you have a good SPI receiver, the range is fine. But I think you need to have also Betaflight 4.2. Yeah, I think you got a Betaflight 4.2 on your quad to do Red Pine as well. Rick Cepeda, that's why I like my Jumper T16 so much. I'm buying a DSMX Spectrum receivers. I have a Fun Jet on DSMX and an industrial split BL with, and apply both with my Jumper T16. Yeah, I really like the Jumper T16. I think it's a great radio. I just don't like how big it is. I am a gamepad style pilot. This is my weapon of choice, the Tango 2. There's a lot of stuff I don't like about this, but they got enough stuff right that this is what I put in my bag, and it doesn't take up much space in my bag, which is another big reason why I really like this radio. It's not without its faults, though. I mean, it is, you know, like anything. Current JW, I still use my original Tyrannus. Yeah, if you got an original Tyrannus, I'd hang on to that thing. It's a tried and true radio. But if you want to start getting into access receivers, when those become all that's available or have a feature that you want, you're going to be kind of out left to dry. Out to dry. Out to... You ain't going to have... I don't know how to say that. Words again, right? And the Archer receivers are really nice. I don't know if you guys saw my receiver range testing that I did a couple weeks ago. By far one of the most popular videos I've done, besides my Crossfire versus R9 video I did like 3.5 years ago. Hung out to dry. That's it. That's what I meant. Thanks. Thanks for the big brains out there helping me out. The Archer receivers, I even sent that video to FR Sky and told them, you guys should be really proud of this receiver because it is very impressive. And they replied and said, yeah, we are very proud of this product. And they wish more people would understand what they're doing. Marketing hype being what it is, you know how it goes. But they did send me the latest version of their prototype firmware for the X9 Lite that has race mode, which paired with a Archer RS receiver has 4 millisecond latency. I haven't tested it yet, but that's what they're claiming. I just need to find this thing called Time, which I don't have any of right now, to give that a try. Between that, all the other stuff I got going on around here, it's probably the next thing I got to do besides revisiting that range test. Rick Cepeda, my son flies the Tango 2 and loves it. He's got this past Christmas. Dude, awesome radio. I would probably be farther along in my FPV career if I'd stopped changing my gear like I change underwear. I think I've been through maybe 9 radios in the last 2 years. 9? It's X9, so it was a QX7, which I know people love the QX7. I absolutely hated that radio. It's just not the right form factor for me. It's a great radio other than the shape as far as I'm concerned. Had the X9 Lite, had the X9D, had the X Lite, had the Nirvana, the T16, the TX, the Radiomaster TX16S, X9 Lite, which I really like the X9 Lite. If I'm flying in FR Sky, it's the X9 Lite, and a TX Jumper T8, and now my Tango 2, and then now I've got this TX12, but I'm not going to fly that. That's a business expense for the grip production. Eric Allen, I want to try the Tango 2, but I'm afraid I won't like it. Besides, I'm happy with the Jumper T8. You know, ignorance is bliss in this hobby in a lot of ways. If you can meet up with somebody who has one, more than happy to let you try it. Private Island, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Wish you could stay longer, but hey man, we all got lives to live. Have a good one, buddy. We'll see you around. LS, and I got a X-Lite Pro Access, and it's an amazing radio. Yeah, the X-Lite Pro was one of my favorite radios, especially for flying micros, and that was weird. I would fly full size, I would pinch on that radio, and micros, I would thumb. I don't know. But the radio that forced me to go to thumbing was a Nirvana, and the Nirvana was hands down my favorite radio. Awesome hardware, awesome ergonomics, but just a absolute hot dumpster fire of a software package on it, and that's why I don't have it anymore. Dusty Gavel says, on the TX radio protocols, the one with the C you couldn't say, is that with or without a lime? Oh, always with a lime. And if you go someplace that doesn't have limes, what you do is you stand up, you turn around, and you walk out. I went to a place and got a Blue Moon, and they didn't have oranges on. Like, who does that? What animal runs this place? They don't have oranges. And have you found that when you ask for an orange or a lime, you have to specify, can I have a green lime? Otherwise, they bring you an orange. Or if you say, I want an orange, they'll bring you a lime. People, right? All right, so this thing. Oh, by the way, inbuilt charging. Awesome feature. I think this is going to be a really good radio for people. I have a T-Lite on the way, and the Radio Master version of the T-Lite that actually has like a little flip-up screen that you take on and off of the radio. It's a lot like the Beta, but yeah, OpenTX 2.4 has been touted ever since the Nirvana came out. That was a while ago. Yeah. All the things. Yeah, lime or nothing. Let's clean up some stuff over here. Kind of getting in the way. Complete wireless setup, which is amazing. I love wireless headphones, wireless lavalier microphone. If you guys are doing like vloggy type stuff, or you're thinking about live streaming, audio. Audio is the most important thing for you to focus on. I know the eyes make you think you want the video to be cool, or the look good. It's the audio. Your audience is immersed in audio 100% of the time. Think about how many times you've looked away from this video, but you haven't taken your ears off of it. Audio is a big thing. I know I could do better here. Where'd I get my overlays? I think the one you guys are looking at is from Nerd or Die, I believe. And I've made some modifications to them. If you have Adobe After Effects, you can customize everything, all the little WebM animations and things. Yeah, thanks, Dax. I think it sounds pretty decent. I would like to do like a, what's it called? And there's like an audio deck that you can get that has all of your audio channels mapped to different sliders. I think that's probably the next thing in there, because I would like to be able to control everything individually. Drone Man FPV, how do I get in the giveaway again? Well, so the giveaway's open to anybody, but you got to kind of figure out where the entry form's at. I put it in one place, and I put it where the people who support me the most are. So you can kind of go from there. So the time where I'm at is 2:42. How about 3 o'clock? We spin the wheel for the Eachine US65 Pro. I believe this thing has a crossfire receiver in it too, so big bonus there. I've done some modifications to it. It's not in its stock form. It has a Meteor 65 frame on it, because the frame that came on this thing, although it looked cool with the mark and flag on it, it was just brittle as hell. But yeah, crossfire. It's a 2S quad. Use the GMB 27 connector. Use those little guys. great flying little quad. Lots of power, great for flying outdoors. But we'll spin the wheel on that guy here in about 15 minutes or so. Oh, Dustin Gamble. All right, what's your thoughts on analog versus the upcoming digital? You think analog can hang in there? Analog will always have its place. Analog is lighter and cheaper. And analog and digital don't play well together. That is one of the biggest issues that I have right now with it. Let's talk about the whole DJI V2 release. I'm not gonna say debacle, it was what it is, but I have the DJI V1s. I really missed the boat. I should have done a video and held up my goggles and said, hey, I have the V2s. They sent it to me early, clearly being a total lie, and then just read off the spec sheet, because there's no way on earth you'd be able to tell the difference, because they are identical. Same crap fit, the same, basically the same everything. The screens are a little bit better. They have a higher refresh rate, which, whatever. The thing that I'm waiting for, oh, and it also has video out to a smartphone app, but not HDMI video out, so, okay. The big thing that I'm curious about is it has a 2.4 gigahertz transmitter receiver module built into it, and nobody's really said what it is, what it's for. My hope that what it's for is for like a race mode. The problem you have with the DJI system when you're flying at a race with mostly analog people is the digital system stomps on the analog guys. And if there's any video issues while you're racing and somebody has digital, guess who's getting blamed for all of it? The digital guy. We're going to get him. So the problem that it has is that it uses telemetry. The quad and the goggles are talking back and forth all the time. So the goggles are transmitting, the quad's transmitting. What needs to happen is the goggles need to transmit to the quad once, just for channel assignment, and then they just need to shut up and not say anything ever again. What I'm hoping the 2.4 gigahertz module is for a race mode, where the 2.4 gigahertz part will talk to the VTX for telemetry, because the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum is way wider. There's way more bandwidth. You can get so many more people in that spectrum as you can the 5.8, and that's the problem with the goggles. They transmit and receive on 5.8. Which would mean they probably are going to have a new VTX, or I would hope they'd have a new VTX with a 2.4 gigahertz like race mode in it, something, I don't know. That's all speculation on my part. There's nothing concrete. But they could get away with that with the existing goggles by just making a one-time pairing. You know, you turn them on and it does its magic, and it automatically switches the VTX to the goggles, and they're stuck. Now, if you switch the goggles, it maybe make it talk once, but not constantly do telemetry back and forth. Thank you, Petri. Is that how you say it? Peter? Petri? I'm going to say Peter, because that's what it is in America. Thank you for subscribing, buddy. Hope you guys like the little animation thingies that I got going on up there. So that's my long way of saying I'm not going to do the V2 unless for some reason that module is for something cool, but time will tell. They haven't announced it yet. It sounds like they released them early because people wanted the V1s. They stopped producing the V1s, and they got to make that money. All right, Dallas. Oh, the UZ65 forum on Patreon. Talk about dropping the ball on a guy. Yeah, no kidding. I have a question. I got the newbie drone Savage BV1 with a crossfire. I switched out the connector to a XT30 running a 2S 500 to 550 milliamp and added a 220 UF cap every flight. It reads out 28 amps. My question is that too much for the drone? I don't want to blow it up, and I have a few people telling me it's too much. What is the ESC rated for on that quad? Is my question. Let's look at this. Newbie drone. I'm interneting over on the side here. I guess we could do this. Hey, look at that. Newbie drone. Brush whoop. Where's the Savage be at? Brushless. Let's see, what's this thing rated at? I have no idea what it's rated at. Newbie drum brushless V2. Okay, of course. Your links don't work. Why would they work? Controllers. Stack? No, that's got like an AIO in it, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know what stacks in that thing, but kind of given what they have out there, 12 amps. So this will do 48 amps. 48 amps of constant current. So I think you're all right. Yeah, you should be all right. And you'll find out when you're not. Dax Tasty FPV, thank you, buddy. We will add that to the total there. Thank you so much. Let's see, this is on my way, 2-inch. Nah, I mean, so the thing with a lot of these micros is like the top like 3/4. I don't like this song. I am going to not do this one. That was a weird song. Oh, I like that. Squirrel. So the thing with a lot of these is the top like 10-15% of the throttle does nothing for thrust output, but all it does is just consumes more amps. So what I would do is put a throttle scale on and Betaflight and just slowly step it down until you start to notice like you don't have enough throttle, and then just go back a little bit. That's my personal opinion on it, and that's what I would do. If it's 15 amps, you can draw 60 amps before the board catches on fire, theoretically, so it should be fine. I'm not sure if my Mamba stack is set up with ESC current sensor. Most of them do, most of the Mambas do, but it's possible that it's not working. Best thing to do is put your constant amps and your overall amp usage on your OSD and see what you come out with. If you come out with like 1,000 amps out of a 400 milliamp pack, then either it's A, not set up, or B, it's set up wrong. Speedy Turtle, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you here. I don't think the amp rating is correct. Amp rating from the manufacturer, the amp rating that you're reading in the OSD downloads. Mamba F4 is 218. 218 for the current. Huh. Yeah, that's weird. Dusted Gabble, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Where am I at with this? All right, Donald. So I'm getting a little backed up here. So, what is your OSD amp rating? What is your battery amp rating? And yeah, that's what I would be looking at. I'm gonna have you one more question on the Savage Bee 2S. I plug in, goes through the cycle. I go ahead, arm, the blade spin, but stops right away. Goes through the beeping cycle again. I disarm and arm again. Do you lose video when that happens? That's really weird. Like it's desyncing. Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. I would stops, goes through the beeping cycle again. Like all like the doot 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 doot, or is it just the doot doot again? Like is it all 5 beeps, or the last 2, or the first 3? Oh, I see, Speedy. Yeah, you guys set 218 to the current offset in Betaflight. Yeah, that's the other thing is if the current offset or any of that stuff's wrong, you're going to get some really wacky readings in your OSD. No videos lost. It does the first 3. So the ESC is rebooting. That's not good. And the thing with Newbie Drone is they do their own custom firmware for the ESC. Are you still on the stock firmware, or did you update it with like a vanilla BL Heli firmware? I have a Novice 2 that needs a new frame and don't want to go back to the original one. What frame would you recommend? The Novice 2. What was the Novice 2? That's the... Oh, okay, so it's the toothpick looking frame? What frame could you go up to for a Novice 2? Which frame indeed? Well, the FPV Cycle toothpick frame is a pretty good frame. Yeah, that's about the best frame out there that I know of for a toothpick. There's also a frame from, I think it's, shit, who is it? GepRC. GepRC Phantom makes a really nice kind of bus style toothpick. I'll check that out. Oh, or you try to win one of these toothpick frames. It's a cavity frame, but try to get one of these. We'll talk about that after we give away the Eachine US 65 Pro here on the side here. So we'll get around to that. Yeah, calibrate your current sensor if it even has one. If it doesn't have one, you'll just see the current will just sit there and just roll and roll. Like it'll log like 3,000 amps in a flight on a 400 milliamp battery. If it's doing that, then you just don't have a current sensor, or you have it set up wrong. Like the wrong wire is going to the flight controller. 242 for the offset. I think Diatone usually posts what their offset should be in their product description, like where all the pinouts are. Speedy, thanks. Glad you like the music. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's GepRC Phantom. I guess that's what it is. GepRC Phantom. Frame. You get to see my autocorrect working overtime. I can't type or spell. Yeah, the GepRC PT frame. This is a good little toothpick frame. The Armaton Tadpole is a very good toothpick frame. It's heavy, but it has a lifetime warranty on it, which I don't know if anybody else has a toothpick frame that has a lifetime warranty on it. So take that for what it's worth. Pickle Pick. I didn't really like the Primo. There's something about it. I think it was too much TPU, or maybe, unless I'm thinking of the wrong frame. HGLRC Aero. It's another good frame. Tadpole. I really like the Tadpole. I do like Armaton frames. I like frames that are innovative and different. That's why I'm such a huge fan of the 533 Tiny Trainer. Like that frame is just like out of left field different, and I like it, especially with a little battery sack under it. With battery sack. Yeah, but it's expensive, but you're also getting that lifetime warranty out of it. I still feel like my quad pulls more than 10 amps on a punch out. Well, you can either prop it down, reduce weight, or reduce your throttle output. That's about the only way you're going to change the amount of amps it's pulling. Unless your amp reading's wrong, but the way to fix your amp reading is to calibrate it by charging up a pack, flying the pack, noting what it says the used milliamps are, write that down, charge the pack, see what your charger says it put back into the pack, and then subtract, add, divide, multiply, math, and then punch that back into Betaflight. There's a lot of tutorials online on how to do it. I think Oscar Liang has a really cut and dry formula on how to figure it out. Number 4, 1500. What board are you? What flight controller ESC do you have on that, Dauntless? Sorry if you already posted in there. The chat's going by pretty quick. And it's not the motors you got to worry about pulling the amps. It's the ESC. The ESC is going to give out far earlier than the motors are going to give out. The motors can basically take everything until the point where they melt. If you get to the point where the motors are melted, you've probably killed the ESC, unless there's something like damaged on them. And not damaged because they got hot. But yeah, JB's got one. Of course JB's got one. It's got a tutorial for everything. Mamba Mark II. Yeah, you should be just fine. Are the motors hot when you get done flying? If they're hot, then yeah, you might want to back off. But 10 amps that's nothing. That'd be fine. Yeah, I like Oscar Liang because everything he has is written down. There's times where I just don't want to watch a video and pause and rewind and pause and rewind. If I could just see it written in front of me, sometimes I like that better. But I'm not a journalist, typist, whatever. I don't know. I'm a talker, not a writer. Not a thinker. I'm a doer. Name that movie. That's good. That's an easy one. Yeah, if you think your amp rating's wrong, then go through and do the calibration. Betaflight 4.2 has a current calibration utility. I've never used it, but it seems terrifying to me. I've done it like the old way where you put the props on upside down, you stand on it with a brick and throttle the sucker up to get the reading right. That's terrifying too. But the amps out versus amps in versus displayed amps out versus amps in, that's about the best way to do it. So what Speedy Turtle's talking about, the 242, let's plug in one of these guys here. I'll show you what he's talking about. For those that following along at home. I've got like 30 USB cables here, but where's the one I need? Where are you? There. See, I think it's a USB issue with this this cam link. Bear with me, guys. Cam link died again. Okay. Well, we're back. Let's see. Let's change this to do window capture. Sorry, just building up a new part on the scene. There we go. Bear with me, guys. Do it once, do it right. All right, so what he's talking about for 242 is when you're in Betaflight connected to flight control, you go over to power and battery, and what he's talking about for, well, this doesn't have a current meter, but if it did have a current meter, he's talking this scale here. You're gonna wanna change that 242, hit save, and that should get you closer. But this quad here doesn't have an ADC, so we're gonna ignorify that. All right, I'm gonna unplug USB and I bet you this camera dies. Oh, maybe not. Go figure. Oh geez, it's past 3 o'clock. Let's go ahead and give this thing away here. So again, this is the Eachine US 65 Pro with Crossfire bind and fly. I don't believe this will actually work without a Crossfire receiver. I don't think this thing has a built-in receiver on it. Don't know, but whatever. So anyways, if you haven't gotten a chance to get in there and enter to win that, go ahead and do it now. If you don't know where to go, good luck finding it. It's not hard to find. You just need to go to the place where people support me the most. So right now I have 27 entries. That's 10 more than there were when we started. So pretty good odds on getting that thing. Dallas, I have no idea how to enter, but that looks cool. What do you think? Think I should tell everybody where to go? Give you guys like literally 60 seconds to do it? See how that goes? It's open to everybody. No purchase necessary. No purchase necessary. We'll give it a couple more minutes. Nerdcopter. All right. All right. Well, let me get set up over here. Let's go. Wheel of names. Clear that out. Anonymous says the don't tell. Frickin' ironic. I love it. Anonymous Drone Pilot, I love your avatar, the frog. I'm too old to understand what the hell that is, but I like it every time I see it. The kids I work with, they make fun of me too, because I don't know. They're dicks. Rick Zapata, I want to get in on the drawing. Not sure if you got it yet, but I am now a patron. Well, you might want to look through some of the older posts of my Patreon. There might be a clue there. Dauntless figured it out. Good for you, man. Yeah, by the way, this is the exact same thing that Joshua Bardwell does. If you guys didn't know that. If you're not a Bardwell patron, then, oop, I might have said too much. But this is the exact same way Bardwell does, because Patreon's terms of service says you cannot make someone pay to enter a giveaway, and then because it's akin to gambling, and it's not just Patreon that says that. That's mostly the U.S. government doesn't want you to do that kind of stuff. And also, I got yelled at by Patreon once somehow for some reason like that. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and spin this sucker. If you haven't entered, you have only moments to get in. Here's the entry form. This is what it looked like. By the way, anybody who enters, you are responsible for shipping costs. I went to it and it says error. That's weird. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, closing it down. Make sure you guys don't see all the names here. And F5 it one more time, just make sure we get them all. And it's closed. 31 entries. Let's go ahead and Control C and Control V this thing. All right, folks, so just so you can know what I know and know how it goes. I don't know what the hell just happened there. I think I just stroked out for a second. All right, so I do all my giveaways on Patreon. Patreon, you can view posts in Patreon without becoming a patron. If you would like to become a patron, I would greatly appreciate that. I do an awful lot here, and I don't do this to make money, but if I can offset my costs, that allows me way more freedom, especially with the financial advisor up there. I know I'm small screen, the financial advisor who's upstairs, to keep doing what I'm doing without quite so much headache. Every month I give away basically a complete drone or something related to it like that. Once a month I do that. Thank you to all my patrons who support me. Clearly there's more people in here that are patrons because it has to be open to everybody. I can't just do patrons. I can do just patrons, but it has to be a contest. So that means that I've done a few of them where it was like submit like your worst crash photo or video, and it was just a pain in the ass. People don't want to do that. I find I get a lot more participation here. All right, looking at the comments here. Hey, Celis, welcome to the live stream, buddy. Glad you made it. Good luck to everybody. Antonio, Del, not really sure what it gets cut off there. Antonio Del Vecchio, include me, please. You got to hit the entry form, but the entry's closed. So you can do it again next month. By the way, I also give away a sub 250 FPV crate from Get FPV every month. The video for that came out yesterday, so get over there, get in that entry. I'll probably give that away next weekend. All right, folks, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for participating entry. We're going to do some more giveaways a little bit later, so stick around for that. And here we go. Good luck. Congratulations, Nick D. You have won yourself a Bind and Fly US 65 Pro from Eachine with a couple extra batteries in there just for good measure. Get a hold of me or I'll get a hold of you. I have your email information because that's the way my Google form works. And I'll get this out to you on Monday. So thanks a lot. And if for some reason you don't want to pay for shipping because you live someplace where it's ridiculous to ship stuff, I'm just gonna go pick somebody and I'll just randomly give it away. Probably off screen or off stream or however you want to say it. But congratulations, Nick D. You are the big winner today. And if you're not a Patreon, please, why not? It's $2 a month at the least. If you feel like you get $2 worth of content out of me, or I save you $2 with recommendations, tips, tricks, and whatnot, blah 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 sales speech. I'm not good at this, so. Yeah, and if you can't afford it, don't worry about it. I'm going to keep doing this, whether you become one or not. I am here for everybody, but the more you can help me, the more that helps. And if you can't help me directly, click on the page on my website right here. Look at this. I got a button. I just push it once and it goes, boop, dumps that in there. Go over to my website. I have affiliate links to a bunch of different vendors. Those things help out a ton. You'd be surprised over the course of a month or two what one can generate in affiliate revenue if people just go there and just purchase something. Every time you want to go to Banggood, Get FPV, Amazon, hit that link. I get a portion, and it costs you absolutely nothing, and I would greatly appreciate that. All right, so I said I wouldn't work on this. Steel 5, this guy, without being on live stream. So we are on live stream, so let's go ahead and work on it. Oh, by the way, I do have a couple of these frames here, which I plan on building one of these up. A little backstory about this is my frame. This is designed and cut by me in my backyard. Well, not my backyard, but my garage. This is called the cavity frame. This is a stretched 3-inch toothpick style frame. I made this before Kebab actually started selling his frames. I had this guy designed. It's a little unique because it does support 3 and 4 screw motor bases. Because I was using the Moxino motors back in the day, and those were a 3-hole mount. Kind of interesting. I mean, the way my carbon sheets work, I couldn't lay out 2 of them or more than 2 of them without cutting them in the wrong direction. So I have 2 here that are cut right, and I have 1 that's cut wrong. So everybody talks about stiffness of frames being cut properly or not cut properly. Here's one that is cut the correct way. There's a little bit of flex. Yep, it's a 2 mil sheet of carbon. It's going to flex. So that's one cut the right direction. You can see the way the weave is. The cross hatching goes the length of the arm. Here's one that's cut wrong, which you'll get ones that are cut wrong because a manufacturer wants to be dirt cheap and squeeze in more product, because you can get almost twice as many on a sheet if you cut them the wrong way, or they just don't know what they're doing. But here's what this one looks like when you try to flex it. Let's line this up the camera and whoop. Look how much that bends. That's with the same amount of pressure, if not less. So The weave of the carbon makes a huge difference. Huge difference. Speed Trail says we're going to end up with 2 of those steel frames. Oh, did they resend the one that you didn't get before that got sent back, and then the one that they sent back to you? Or you just like it that much? What's the guy's name that makes transmitter grips? Shit, I don't know what the hell his name is. I think it's, geez, Robert Orlep. I don't remember who it is. Does anybody know who the guy is that makes the transmitter grips? Put in the video description, or the video down in the words. Put in the comments below if you know who makes the grips. Ah, that's right, Thomas. I do. I don't know if you're being facetious or not, but I find it funny. Also, Tommy Tiabata makes grips for the Tango 2. They're not very good. If you want something different, but anyways, so how about we give away one of these frames today? Let's give away one of these. Let's do a super chat giveaway. Let's say probably about I don't know, 4 o'clock or whenever the wife and kid get back. Well, that's awesome, Speedy. Good deal. How about I give away one of these frames? Let's do a $3 super chat. Put down the super chat. I'll put you on the list, and we'll do it. We'll spin a wheel for one of these, and we'll get one of these out to you. These are not for sale. I mean, I will sell them if somebody really wants one, but I don't have them on my Etsy store anymore. I've considered making other frame designs, but I just don't know if I have a whole lot that I can offer to the community other than what I've already come up with. There's a ton of frame designs out there, and there's a lot of really good frames. There's also a lot of really shit frames. There are really good design frames that are cut poorly that make them crap frames. But yeah, let's give away one of these. Or you know what, maybe I'll give away 2. No, we'll give away 1. We'll give away 1, and then I think I'll just randomly pick somebody from the comments for the one that's cut wrong. Who wants an incorrectly cut frame? I'm sure somebody will want it. These things fly just fine. They're so light that the arms will actually bend and you can bend them back. It's kind of weird, but these fly pretty good when they're cut wrong too, just because they're so light. But all right, well, we'll do that later. You know what? All right, let's do that. If you want the frame that's cut wrong, if you want to incorrectly cut 3-inch toothpick frame from me, tweet FPV. No, let me grab my scale. Let's see what the weight is. Let's try this transition. Be right back. All right, Speedy, we'll be right back. Okay, so here is, I don't think I've ever actually weighed this to see how much these things weigh. 9.28 grams. 9.28 grams. Huh. It's lighter than I thought it'd be. 9.23. Okay, say 9.2 grams. All right. Hey, it's only a dime bag scale if you're weighing dime bags. Wow, you guys really want this frame. All right, bear with me here. I need to do computer stuff. Start getting you guys in here. You know what? I thought I wasn't gonna like running the music in the background for the live stream, but I'll be honest, I enjoy it myself. It's a little bit of energy. Nope, wrong website. By the way, if you guys are doing FPV videos and you're dealing with DMCA, with non-copyright or with copyrighted music and things like that, there are a couple people on YouTube that have copyright-free music. NCS, non-copyright sounds, off of YouTube is a good source. Harris Heller, he's a big time streamer, real wealth of knowledge as far as live streaming goes. He has copyright-free music on Spotify and a few other platforms. Another couple good sources, or you can pay for it through like Epidemic Sound. That's what I do. It's worth it to me. You know what? All the people that put in the super chats prior, I'm going to throw you guys in there because I feel like you would have done it. Yeah, the people who put in the super chats before I announced the frame giveaway, I'm going to throw you in there too, just because that's the kind of guy I am. So that's Dax Tasty. And then of course, if you get drawn and you don't want the frame, I'm going to spin it again. You need to cover shipping. If you're outside of the US, if you're in the US, you know what, I'll take care of shipping. It's going to be cheap enough. Or if you're outside the US, I'll split the difference, or I'll cover the difference, whatever it is, on top of whatever domestic shipping would be. So I got Dex Tasty, Dustin Gabble, Speedy Turtle, Dustin Gabble in there again. Get you for 2. Whoa, I didn't want to spin that. What are you doing? Stupid computer. I'm not going to show you who won it. All right, William Barlow for $3.99 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Eric Allen, you're in. All right. Back to the chat. Tweet should do another frame. He has a ton of knowledge. How does that little frame fly? It flies awesome. You got to keep it light though. You either got to have a ton of power or keep it light. I was flying this on a 1103 7500 kV motor on 3S with the bi-blade props, like the whatever these things are. No, they were like a 30-something prop. I don't remember what they're called, but flies great. As far as the canopy goes, you have a lot of different choices. You can TPU print like a pod type canopy, kind of like what came on the Diatone GTB. That's a great canopy. I think it's called a pickle canopy. Files around Thingiverse. Yeah, 3018. I think that's what it was. I've got a bunch of them over there in the other room. I just don't want to walk over there to get them. Or you can do like the Beta FPV canopy and do like the AIO camera, where it's the camera VTX built into one, super light setup. And honestly, that's probably keeping these things light is key. That's probably the best way to do it, but you definitely aren't going to have the video quality you'll get with doing like a nano cam and like an Eachine Pro. Is it Eachine Pro 32 VTX? Whatever the tiny Eachine VTX is. Gary Higgins, I finally got a decent tune on 3-inch tadpole, but still have flutter when I throttle up fast. What can I do to get out of that? Try going into BL Heli and change it to 48 kilohertz PWM frequency and see if that helps. Every quad that I've had that mid-throttle oscillation, that makes a huge difference. That's where I would start. Try that out and see where you get. You may end up... Trappy would be laughing. No, he wouldn't be laughing. He'd be fucking pissed. But luckily, Trappy will never hear this and he'll never see it, so I'm all right with that. Trappy would also be absolutely livid if he saw my VTX testing, because it did not paint his products in a very good light. But I definitely plan on revisiting that. I'll probably do the filming for it tomorrow. Spoiler alert: Crossfire and Tracer did not do well. Well, Crossfire did well, just not as well as people think it should. All right, back to this. I gotta work on this thing. I don't think you guys would be upset if I worked on this with y'all not around, but I told you I would. Wait till you're around to work on it, and here we go. No, definitely not. And you know, he has reason. I mean, he genuinely thinks that FR Sky ripped off his product. But when there's only one company out there that makes the actual hardware, you can't really rip it off. It's just so I got them goofing around with the framing here. Nope, not that way. So if I stand over here, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. More of that side action. There we go. Let's see. I want to see Tweetfly 3D. I've been messing with 3D in the sim, and that's what I plan on doing with this guy. Once I get it built up and tuned, is I plan on flying it 3D and turning it into a pile of parts, because that's probably what's going to happen. TBS stuff works great in my area. Yeah, TBS stuff is good stuff. It absolutely is great stuff. I don't believe their marketing claims because they are very outlandish, and honestly, they're not realistic of what to expect. When they're advertising that Tracer gets the same range or better than Crossfire, I think people should be your spidey sense should be going off. 2.4 cannot go as far as 900. It's honestly physics, to be honest with you. I've watched a few videos of fellow testing his Tracer and only got out 2.78 kilometers out of it on a wing. Yeah, that's what you're going to expect out of a 2.4 gigahertz RF system. It's all RF propagation. You can't change the laws of physics. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, we should all be used to TBS making wild claims about their products. I mean, again, I am not a TBS hater. I love a lot of their products. I just think that a lot of their advertising and marketing is just complete wank. Capacity Electronics, thank you. Thank you for joining. I think I just need to blow up a different scene for all this. Chatting, there we go. I don't like this just part. So let's cover that up with something a little bit uglier. At 24 kilometers, what they're saying? Yeah, no. Maybe, so if you take out every factor and just go off of like raw theoretical range that a 2.4 gigahertz signal can travel in a vacuum of space, then yeah, probably. But you know, reality makes fools of us all, I guess. All right, I need to grab some standoffs and spacers, and I'll be right back. Does the music keep playing when I do this? Let me know. Oh, see, I just ordered my kit yesterday. William Barr, you talking about the Micro TX? I have it. I really like it. It'll be in my racing builds from now on. I could definitely feel the reduced latency. I have a video where I flew, the first time I flew Tracer, I flew 5 packs. I flew 2 on Crossfire, 2 on Tracer, and then 1 back to Crossfire, because you don't notice the difference going to lower latency. You notice the difference going back to high latency. And there was a very noticeable difference. I flew those 5 packs in succession, 2 basically identical quads. And yeah, I could definitely feel the difference. Yeah, I really like the Tango 2. It's definitely my favorite now. So I could go the cheap route and just put nylon standoffs in to get this VTX up a little bit, because I was going to put the receiver underneath the VTX, which I know is probably not a good idea, but that's the way I'm going to go with it. I don't know. No, you know what? I think that'll work like that. Or maybe we'll put the crossfire receiver on top of the VTX, which is also a not great idea as well. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yep, if you have R9, I would stick with it. RF's RF, guys. The only reason I don't use R9 is just Tango 2. That's why. I like the idea of my video being my indicator that I need to stop doing whatever it is I'm doing. Looking at that little RSI indicator in the corner, it's harder to follow. So I'm thinking something a little bit like that. I don't know. Yeah, I think that'll work. I don't know, maybe I'll put the power leads above everything. Yeah, that's probably just smarter. Yeah, let's do smart, not dumb. Let's do smart. Should we do smart, guys? Let's do smart. I'm excited to get out and actually try out the Archer on race mode. The last firmware they sent me didn't seem like it activated race mode, and I actually checked it with an oscilloscope, and I wasn't seeing any change. So I'm hoping, and you know, I told them like what I found, and they said, yeah, there was some issues with it not switching. It's a little finicky right now. Basically, you have to turn your radio on, and you have to have a switch assigned to activating race mode. And then once you flip that switch, your radio goes into race mode. Then you have to power the quad up. And it has to be done in a very specific order, otherwise it just doesn't work. So there is a little bit of like, you know, knowing how to use it until they really get it figured out. And it sounds like they have to do some beta flight implementation to actually get it working perfectly. But I am excited to see it, fly it, and actually like trace it on an oscilloscope, see what's up, you know. Yeah, do the smart. Let's do smart. So this is gonna be different. So I'm not used to working on not my normal workbench. Since I'm out here working on a different spot. Use the old portable soldering iron. I like these portable soldering irons, but the cables that come with them are always just hot garbage. You need like a nice soft silicone cable, not this PVC coated stuff. And they're in not freedom units, so I don't know what the heck the temperature is on this soldering iron. It's 850 degrees Dungarees. 850 F2C. 454, so 450. Do 450. $400, that's it? Oh, you suck. All right, that'll work. $454. We got data here. Video. 5 volts, ground. And these two are power output for the camera, and I don't plan on using those. So this camera, this one here, I was using my A50-100 in my other setup. This is my Logitech Brio, so it's not going to be quite the same quality. All right, we got a Brillo pad. Still trying to figure things out, guys. But I do hope you guys are liking the new setup. So far, I like it. Something different. I like doing this at the standing desk. Like one of my, the last live stream I did, just kind of like my testing, kind of just rando shooting the shit live stream. I did most of that live stream while standing on a one wheel. Maybe I should do that as a gimmick, like, you know, when viewership starts going down, like, all right, I'll do this whole stream on, I'll do this whole stream while standing on a one wheel. While wearing a clown hat, juggling. I don't know. So the Heiko 888D soldering iron holder works great for this. I think if I didn't buy like a Heiko bench iron, this would be the way to do it. Buy the iron holder, buy the cheapo Sequire soldering iron. Oh, by the way, if you want some of these grips for your soldering iron, check out that guy that does grips for radios. I hear he's got some pretty cool ones for soldering irons. tweetfpv.com if you're interested. Or Race Day Quads or Get FPV, but if you go there, you're gonna have to actually like search for Tweet FPV because, I don't know. They got some things they gotta work out. That last video I put out for the FPV crate, I was waiting on that. I was waiting a long time to send that out because I've been working with FPV crate to get an affiliate link for them. And it just drug on and on and on. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna send this video out. We can work on this later. But the next video from them, other than the January crate, which should be starting off a new quad, is a build video on this. This is the 3-inch from the crate. Every piece is from the crate, and it's under 250 grams. But you gotta do some gymnastics to get there. If you guys want to see like a full-length build video on that, where it's like a couple hours long, let me know. If you want to do the full-length thing, but you want to break it up in sections, let me know. Or if you just want me to do a brief overview and whatnot, let me know as well. For delivery usually means today. That's true. It starts. Good afternoon, man. Welcome. How's the weather there? Is it snowy, or is it that typical, you know, shitty Michigan weather where it's like not quite cold enough to snow, but it's not quite warm enough to be nice out? Something I really like about this flight controller is just how much it has on it, and it's very well laid out. Like camera pads here, receiver doesn't really matter because it's an F7 anywhere. Your VTX is here. We have T6 ground, video out, and VTX. I'm not really sure what VTX means. I don't know if that's power. Oh, that's 10 volt. I might have to look in the manual, see which is which. So T6 will be like your smart audio control, ground, 10 volts, and VTX. So this is a 10 volt output, huh? I have to make sure this thing takes 10 volts. So this is 5 volt. We might have to go over to this side for 4.5 volts. Or perhaps over here for 5 volts. Framing, idiot. I don't know. It's been so well since I soldered this up. I don't remember if there was a solder bridge or anything underneath for voltage selection. I don't remember. I'll go look up the interwebs. H-I-F-I-O-N-R-C. Hyphon RC. Nice, man. It's about the best you can hope for there. I'll be honest, I really miss living in Michigan. Yeah, the summers are nice here, or the winters are nice here, but the summers are just unbearable. Trying to find a pinout for this flight controller. Yeah, summer is just stupid. I understand why a lot of my family members live in Michigan spring, summer, fall, and then go somewhere else for wintertime. I just don't know if Arizona would be where I'd want to go. Seems like that's where they always went. All right, so we do have a diagram on window. There we go. Do have a diagram. Not a great one, but we got one. Yeah, I'm assuming we're probably gonna get 10 volts out of there, so we can do one of two things. One, we can actually stick a meter on it and see what we get, or two, we could just go over to a 5 volt pad. No, it's not too late to enter the frame giveaway. It's $3 super chats. I'm gonna do one super chat giveaway, and I'll do one just rando pick somebody out of the chat giveaway. But it's a super chat giveaway. How many people do I got in there? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries. 6 entries. Yeah, I'm gonna put a meter on it just to see. I mean, I've got no reason to think it's going to be anything other than 10 volt, but just want to be sure. Yeah, that's definitely 10 volts. All right, so we're not going to use that. Have to go over to 5 volts. It's darts, $9.99. Thank you, buddy. I'll get you on that wheel a couple times. Oh, and just heads up, I do shuffle the wheel. It's the only way to keep it. Well, it's not that it keeps it any fairer. It's just that's just the way we're gonna do it. I probably should have said that earlier, but those of you guys have been around long enough that you know that's how it goes. All right, so let's see. Where's the pin out again? All right, this song is not good. I don't like it. There's so many windows open. I'm an alt-tabber, guys, so you're gonna be hearing a lot of clicky-clacky. I'll be honest, I've never done a 20 by 20 VTX like this where it mounts to the frame. I've just always double-sided taped them. What time did I say we were going to do that drawing? Did I say 4 o'clock? I don't remember. Autofocus? Well, that's not my fault. It does its own thing. It's just a webcam, guys. It's not like a good camera. It's a good webcam, but it's nothing crazy. Thinking about picking up a Sony A6400 for my main shooter and moving my 5100 to the bench cam. But somebody also sent me a link to a one wheel plus XR with 30 miles on it for $1,100, and I'm having a hard time making the right decision now. If any of you know one wheels, you know that is just stupid cheap for one of them. Celis, you got second, man. That's so close. Mike Bergman, what? Get the camera? Is that what you're telling me to do? Get the camera? The problem is I don't need either one of them. But that's the best deal on a one wheel I have ever seen. I get the XR. So my birthday's coming up. Just so you guys know. My birthday's coming up February 7th. The week before Valentine's Day, that's my birthday. So I've been trying to bug my wife. I'm like, hey, you know, I mean, I'll go half for it. Yeah, so I told her I'd go half in on it. She's like, no, but she's very slowly coming around to it, being like, maybe. I don't know. I don't need an XR, but I really want an XR, and I don't like this song. If any of you guys don't like a song, dude, just tell me. I will skip that, because this is just a random list on Epidemic Sound. Basically, I picked a song that I liked, and I just hit find similar. Yeah, the Apex frame is a freaking beast of a frame. But the frame I've always wanted to build in was a glide, and I picked a glide up from one of my awesome patrons. I traded a Tiny Hawk 2 for a glide frame, which I'm really excited to build in that glide frame. Like I said, I'm going to do a Vista build, but I want to keep it like ultra light. I'm trying to figure out what motors to put in there. I kind of want to do a 2306. All I have sitting around are 2207s. I have some Brother Hobby UC4s. I have some blasters from one of the FPV crates. I have some iFlights. I have some, what are they? What's that called? The Racer Star SICK motors. I have a bunch of 207s sitting around. This is one of the first quads I built with a 2306 motor in a very, very long time. All I do is race, so 2207's been my go-to, but I want light. I also have a set of Velox. I like the Velox, but they're just way too heavy to put on anything. They make a quad that could be light, very heavy, but they seem very durable. So I'm kind of at a loss for what motors to use right now. I want to keep it light and somewhat reliable with power. 2004s on the glide, keep it light. Interesting. 2004. Let's go peruse some 2004s. That's kind of like what Tommy's coming out with. It's like a 2204 style motor with a T-mount prop. Let's see. So birthday needs? Oh man, I don't have any needs. I got wants. I ain't got needs. Yeah, Celis has got a glide. He's got a glide hammer. He got it from a like a Secret Santa thing. Oh, by the way, my Secret Santa thing. Overall, it seems like everybody really enjoyed that, and I definitely plan on doing it again next year. I think some people liked it more than others, but overall, it seemed pretty well received. So I'm definitely gonna do it again. Dustin, dude, you don't have to. You absolutely don't have to. But 2004. Yeah, you know what? I think that might be the way to go. 22 bucks a piece though. I don't know. 2004. What do these things weigh a piece? 14.9 grams. Oof, that's light. So the Brother Hobby UC4 2207s are damn light motors, and they're cheap too. 31 grams. So they are significantly heavier. It starts. I think that's going to be, I think that's going to be the deal there. Yeah. No, good call. Thanks. I'm definitely gonna, yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. I would like to wait for the motors that Tommy comes out with, but I got a feeling his are probably gonna be close to what this is. But I kind of want to support him just because he's doing a lot of work to do the sub 250 5-inch dealio. Yeah, that's okay. Rick Cepeda, yeah, that's the same size as Tommy's motors, and I don't know if you guys saw his latest video where he was crash testing his baby, but it looked like it was hurting him to do that. I could see it. This guy practices toothbrush, shampoo, and a comb. Fun fact: the last time I actually brushed or combed my hair was probably 20 years ago. Celis is 9 subs from 300 subs. Celis, drop a link to your channel in there. Everybody go over there, sub to Celis. He has some of the craziest FPV videos. He's doing something that I have not seen anybody do. He's using FPV as an addition to videos, and it is it's pretty nice. He's one of those guys that deserves more than he's got in his hobby. Not like a military type care package. I've gotten those. Yeah, it's been a while since I've got one of those military type care packages. It's been almost 15 years. Oh, his motors are out. Really? What's his store? WD. Umagwad. Shop. How much are these suckers? Motors. Oh, look at they are there. Oh, dude, those things are just stupid sick looking. I think I'm gonna go 2400 kV and motor scale them down instead of going with like a 1600 kV. Jeez, these are just... It looks like something you want to eat. Maybe that's just the fat kid in me. Look at that, 2 mounting holes. Oh, I'm done. Yeah, I'm sold. This is what I'm getting. Oh man. What am I doing? There we go. Yep, these are going in the cart. All right, after the stream, definitely buying those. Thank you all for the suggestions on that. That is, that's going to be the way to go, I think, for that glide. He designed his motors after car rims. It looks like it. They look like a set of rims. I like it. Anybody listen to the interview between Tommy, Kebab, and Michael Rollins? Like or not like Michael Rollins, he does have some interesting interviews. It was funny listening to those guys talk, and they asked each other when was the last time they enjoyed flying FPV. And it doesn't sound like either one of them have enjoyed it in an awful long time. And I can kind of understand why. Once this becomes a job, it kind of takes the joy out of it. Every time you fly is just, it's got a purpose behind it, right? Not just go out and fly for yourself. I'm not gonna say I'm there, but I do feel their kind of frustration with it. Yeah, it was a great interview. I didn't make it all the way through it. I made it through about 3/4 of it, but yeah. I like Michael Rollins. He has a very smooth interview style, very nice voice, and he's interviewed a lot of real big gets. Like he's interviewed Steele, which his interview with Steele was pretty good. And I don't know if it was him that interviewed Capper and Steele like back to back. There's a little bit of like shittiness going on with that. Maybe that was a different guy. I don't remember, but the people he's interviewed have always been very interesting. And I don't know if he hasn't been doing interviews or if just my YouTube feed hasn't been sending me notifications or not been like directing me towards his videos lately, but it's been a while since I've seen a video from him. Okay, so he did stop, so that wasn't just me. I mean, yeah, I could have just went back and looked at his video history, but laziness being what it is. And I gotta admit, guys, if these really high quality, affordable portable soldering irons were out when I got into the hobby, I don't think I would have bought the Heiko. Well, I probably still would have bought the Heiko, but I don't think it would have been the first purchase. I think it would have been definitely down the line to get the Heiko. All right, it's 4 o'clock. We're gonna give away 2 of these frames. So I got one that's cut, I got 2 that are cut right. And I have one that's cut wrong. I'm gonna give the one that's cut wrong to anybody in the chat. So if you want to be in the, if you want to get entered to win the miscut frame, you know, there's little blemishes, like there's, you know, the arm's a little funky and the weave's going the wrong way. If you want to be, if you want to enter to get this one, just put in yes in the comments. I'll give that a couple minutes and I'll just pick one of the yeses in there. So if you want it, put it in there. You gotta pay shipping though. Back to the bench. We'll give it a minute or so. Just because you guys are hanging out, you've been here for a while, I appreciate it. Appreciate everything you do. Let's get a couple more of these slaughter joints done while you guys are blowing up the chat. You know what? I enjoy live streaming far more than I enjoy making a traditional video. It's off the cuff, and it's just, it's like the almost real-time interaction with you guys. I absolutely love it. It's the way to go. I really like it. And the YouTube chat box for like the traditional uploaded videos just sucks. Like I really have a hard time trying to help people with like in-depth issues there. So if you're in the chat or if you're in the video, if you need tech help, you need something, let me know. But go to tweetfpv.com and hit that Discord link. Discord is such a good platform for helping people out with technical issues. We can trade videos, pictures, things of that nature. With the YouTube comments, after about 6 back and forths, I stop getting notified when you post something. So that's why I really like Discord. Plus, there's other people in there that are like-minded and have heard me blather on and on and on about fixing the same problems. And just the other day, guys in my Discord, or fellows of people in my Discord, helped somebody out. I didn't even get to it. I was at work, kind of indisposed, and y'all helped them out. And that's the true power of this community. The hours of editing I say I enjoy so much. Ugh. Editing sucks. The worst part about editing, at least for me, the thing I hate the most is the thumbnail and the video description, and like all the title. I hate that. It's like fingernails on the chalkboard of my soul. All right, so we've got a couple yeses in here. So we have Robert Ortlep, Mad Fisher, Rick Zapata, Marvin C. Dauntless, It Starts, 309 Johnny, 5. Anonymous Drone Pilot says yes. Beatty says yes. All right, guys. All right, here goes the free frame. Let's get in here and clean this up a little bit. And what are we guessing about? You want a free frame? A free toothpick frame that's cut wrong? This one? I'll send it to you. Yeah, I'm doing one free frame, and then the good frame, or the one that's cut properly, that'll be the super chat giveaway. I just assumed to put everybody's name in there. All right, cool. Here we go. We're gonna spin this sucker, and 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Mad Fisher, you have won a poorly cut abomination of a frame that I've created, but flies really well. So hit me up with all your information, or hit me up, send me an email, tweetfpv.com. I'll put a link to my website in here. Go there, there's a link to my email address, Discord, everything else. So go on over there, and I will get your information and send this out to you. This one, all right. Put that in the pile, All right, so now I have 2 good frames left. One I'm gonna do a full build on and do what I do, I'll give it away. And then another one that's in perfect shape that I'm gonna do the, so 45 degrees, the angle you need in carbon fiber. No, you need it to be straight. Focus on the frame, not on me. Come on. All right, see the cross hatching here? Let me get a pointy thing. See how when you look at the carbon fiber, so it's lays of carbon fiber. So this strand goes the entire length of the frame. So there's more carbon fiber than filler. Yes, there's a section that goes short here, but this long run of carbon fiber with the resin that's in there makes it stiffer than when it's cut at a 45 or some other off angle, there's a very short run of continuous fiber going down the arm, and it does make it way more flexible. So that's something to look for in cheap frames. A lot of the clone frames are like that, because putting 2 frames on a chunk of carbon fiber like this will yield, like, so when I laid these up, I could get 2 good cuts on a chunk of carbon fiber. If I turn them this way, I could get 4. So I can literally double my yield by cutting the frames wrong. So anyways, a couple more minutes. If you want to get in on the drawing for this frame, $3 super chat. We'll draw that here in another 2-3 minutes, something like that. So got the VTX connected here, all slaughtered up. I don't know where the heck this screw went. I gotta go look at the bench. She gone. Stick this guy on there. The antenna we got for it. So this is an MMCX setup. Kind of wishing now I would have gotten a 90. Running into constraints. Can't wait to fly this camera. So I'm going to zip tie that to here, and this, oh man, I don't like that at all. Should have gotten one with a 90. Sorry guys, I may have misjudged how much that was going to stick out. Yes, that's true. CA or super glue for the common people does help with splintering. Yeah, I could do a TPU mount for it for sure. I really kind of wanted to keep this a no 3D printer required build, since we're going for a budget banger quad. I gotta go dig through my box of antennas, see if I've got a 90 in there. Honestly, what I would do is an SMA adapter and then put a lollipop on it. But that would have brought the cost over $200. An iFlight session mount will work for this frame. Oh, no kidding. Good to know. Who won the super chat frame? I haven't drawn it yet. We're gonna do it here in a minute. We drew for the free frame. That was somebody, I don't remember. Again, I said short-term memory, not there. A Sparta 300 vlog? Dude, that, can't wait to see it, man. Can't wait. All right, I'm gonna go poke through my box of antennas. BRB. Oh, let's see. I've got a bunch of lefty MFCXs. Oh, here we go. Here's a right hand with a 90 on it. So I think what I would do now is I would probably turn the VTX 90 degrees in the frame and pop this sucker out the side. I'm sure I cut all the wires far too short to be able to do that because I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn that sideways. So if you're following along and you're building this frame up, get one with a 90 on it, or spend the extra money, do a 90 pigtail to SMA, and then do a lollipop on that with some sort of 3D printed mount, if you have the means. Marco says, I love the new stream setup. Good job. Maybe lock the focus on the bench cam. It's hunting a lot. Yeah, you are 100% right. And it's pretty easy to do. I just need to do it. Configure video. Focus. There we go. How's that look? Looks a little bit blurry. That's me, not the camera. Well, I mean, it is the camera, but it's me messing with the camera. That's pretty good. We'll leave it there. There we go, plus 1. 5. Yeah, there we go. Focus of 15. All right, so shouldn't hunt anymore. Thanks for the advice there. I kind of knew I needed to do that. I just needed to do that. So how many subs you got, man? After, I mean, like right now. It's crazy, man. Like I watched one of Stu's live streams, and he's mentioning Celis a couple times on there, just with the really interesting editing style he does. And well, so you entered the bot coin competition yesterday, and you came in second. Like, damn, dude, that's pretty freaking good. Yeah, the guy kicking him in the hole should be the FAA. Don't let us drive your creative ideas, but it'd be kind of funny. Oh, Speedy Cares package. Yeah, so Speedy Turtle has he came up with this really great idea. So remember back in the day when we used to use this little metal thing, stuff called coins and money, and there was that tray that was like, need a penny, give a penny, and you throw your extra change in there because who wants to carry pennies around? Or if you needed like a couple pennies to like make a buck, make an even number. Speedy Turtle's doing the same kind of concept, but with FPV quad parts. Maybe not the same concept, but I'd like to refer to it as that. So he has a traveling box. It's the traveling sisterhood of the Magic FPV parts box. Sends it around the country to his patrons, and it's like the give a penny, take a penny thing. There's a ton of quad parts in there that, let's say I have a bunch of props and motors that I just am not going to use or need. I'd throw them in that box, and let's say there's a prop or a motor or a flight control I need in that box. Take it out, use it in your build, but try to keep it even. Put some stuff in there that you don't use, take the stuff out that you want, and you send it to the next person. It's a good way to recycle and do the right thing for the environment, because I sent Speedy a huge box of shit that it's not garbage, it's just stuff I'm never going to use, but I know there's somebody out there that could definitely use it. But it'll be... Oh, really? I'm on the list. Sweet, man. Can't wait to see it. But it's such a neat idea. I know I've heard a few people, I think I heard of 1 or 2 other people like talk about an idea like that, but nobody actually picked up and did it. Speedy did, and kudos to you, man. That's a hell of an idea. The sausage clip with Stu, is that the choiban or whatever it's called? 296. Come on, guys, we can get him in there. That's I don't do math well. What, 4 more subs? Get him to 300? Got to get him to 300. We need to see that Sparta 300 edit. Speedy Turtle, slap that Discord in. Oh, yeah, you already did. Look at that. Look at that, man. All right, let me get a link up here. I need to... There you go. There's a link to Celis's latest video. This is what he used for the bot coin challenge. Go there, click the sub button, dude. Show the guy some love. Oh, my phone is going bonkers right now. All right, guys, Weapon Kit, our home. We're gonna have to go and burn through this thing. So if you wanted in on the super chat giveaway, tough beans, we're already there. Where is that wheel at? Where's my wheel? All right. There we go. Got our wheel up. And these are the people that entered in with a $3 super chat. If your name's not on there, say something, or I don't know what I'm gonna do for you. Let's see who was the last person to put one in. It's darts. Okay. All right, guys, good luck, and here we go. Who is it? It's Darts. Congratulations, buddy. All right. I got your information. I'll hit you up. All right. And that's going to conclude this live stream. Thank you all for stopping by. Thanks for watching this. I greatly appreciate it. Look forward to more cool content like this. Like, subscribe, all that YouTubery stuff. Hit up tweetfpv.com if you want to see all the things I'm doing or ways to support me, especially those affiliate links. Those help me out a ton. I'm liking the new setup. If you guys have any comments you think about later, things you want to suggest to change, hit me over in Discord. I'd love to hear what you're thinking. And check out Speedy Turtle on Discord. Check out his Patreon. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for coming out. And I figured out what to do about that awkward pause at the end where I'm trying to figure out how to stop the live stream. Here's what we do. We do this. See ya.